even if the adult is wrong, you just can't, they're not going to accept it. If you talk back, if you even try to talk back, they're not going to take it. So it's just not allowed in our family. It's not allowed. No matter what, you're younger, you don't. I know with the young bloods now, in their culture, it's kind of like they have to speak up, right? They have to get their point across. They have to.
They have the right.
They have their own rights, no matter who it is. It's their boss, it's their mom, it's their parents. For them, they have the freedom to say that because for them they're right. But with me personally, in my culture, I wasn't brought up that way. I didn't see my sister do that. I didn't see my brother do that. So now I know it's wrong. Don't do it. That's just how I grew up.
And you're teaching your girls the same
and
thing.
It's the same thing. Sometimes I would snap at Amelie. She would try to talk back and I would just say, no, you cannot talk back. I'm still your mom. And then my husband would be like, okay, maybe you should tone it down. Your voice is getting a little higher. But then I'd say, even if I know I'm wrong, she's still not allowed to talk back.
So anyway, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again in our Denu podcast. We have so many things to talk about, but as we keep moving forward, we'll put together something that we can resonate to all the time and be able to kind of predict, where we're heading, from here. And the topics that we are trying to prepare for you. But at this moment, we're focusing on leadership, team leadership, and kind of showcasing the people that we have in our team, what we do best, and why we do what we do, and be able to learn from each other, and then be able to pick up some great takeaways, some nuggets to talk about, and for you to learn. And hoping that you'll be able to gravitate or grab one or two from that. But anyway, before we talk to and have Camille talk about her life and what we do and what she does here in our company, don't forget to grab your copy. Bloom on the Battlefield is available in our edsensolutions.com. It's also available in Amazon. So grab yours, Bloom on the Battlefield, and learn a little bit what we do and who we are in our team. So anyway, Camille.
Hello.
Camille is one of our... You're not the youngest anymore.
No, I'm
Right?
not. Sadly, I'm not anymore.
But she's
I'm getting
super
older.
young. She started in our company long time ago, right? Fresh from college.
Yeah.
Right? And actually I know Camille. She's my niece.
Yes.
And Kuya June, who's been with us, really helped us get this Manura started from ground. Camille's been here already. So she's been already tagging along and already was seeing what we're doing.
Yeah, I think I was 12 years old when we moved here.
In America.
From the Philippines, yeah. So I moved with my dad and my mom. And then that was when Vanura was starting. I don't know what year was that, but I remember 2003. Yeah. So I remember my dad would go to work. We were still living with you because we just moved here. I remember you guys working so much at home and then working in the office, coming home at night because you guys are still figuring things out for Vanora. So until now, how many companies do you have? 13. I saw it all from the beginning. And it's a lot of work, but you've accomplished so much.
Oh, thank you, Camille. And we'll talk about that. So, a lot of children, sometimes when they see their parents or family work, and they've seen how hard the work, entails, what it entails, they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right? But here you are, you're with us.
Yeah.
And you're helping us grow the company. So, quickly, what did you see? Why did you join a company? You could have been somewhere else, right?
I think it was the environment and like the community, the sense of community. There was always the culture of like the family culture. I saw that when I would go to your Christmas parties. I would go with my dad, and I was like, this is really nice. You know, everyone is so friendly to each other. They would bring their families, their children with them. There would be birthday parties, and you would see other employees there. So I really liked the culture of it.
You're not scared to be joining another company, another family company.
No, it was more of, it was exciting to see because I've seen it before. So it was nice. And my dad would talk about it. You know, it's like, the people there, you've been working with them, you see them every day. Your colleagues, they turn into friends, and then they turn into family, and your work family, you know. So it was very attractive.
Camille just shared our secret. Let's talk about you, Camille, because I really like you in so many ways. You have this strong personality, but you
Yes.
know how to balance that. You're sweet, you're strong and sweet,
I'm learning.
and fast. So when we want to decide, when we have a project, we always like, Camille, make sure show me the proof first.
Yeah.
She's gonna be there.
It's
the
already
finish
here,
line.
it's done.
It's
But
done.
then you forgot to do all the steps that need to be done.
Yeah, but we learn along the way.
Yeah, we
So,
learn along the way. We're still learning.
Yeah, you're still learning. And what do you do? Okay, so how do you coming to work? You're a mom. You're a mom.
Yes.
You're a super mom. You have two wonderful daughters.
I have two girls.
Two girls.
Yes.
And of course, you have a husband.
Yes.
Two girls, and a boy.
Yeah.
And then here you are. You have to work here too.
Yes.
This is a very demanding work. You're working.
Yes.
Working with me is not easy. We're taking care of a lot of people.
Yes.
We are looking after our teams, right?
Yes.
And we're looking after our the accounts, the people that's supporting the company.
Yes.
So just for the background of everybody, Camille initially was in the marketing department, right?
Yes.
Helping me with designs, helping putting things together, make sure the events are good, everything looks good, right? She would she would be the one researching and looking for resources for
Vendors,
from venues
yes.
to vendors, right? To outfit, to theme, to
Yes.
colors, to everything else. And now you're looking and you're doing much more than that.
Yes.
You're making sure that our team, together with our directors and HR, the teams are taken care of,
Yes.
right? So we're making them feel special
Yes.
and taken care of. The same thing with everyone else. So, tell me, how do you prepare? How do you think? How do you plan your day from your home to here, and then still come out with good outcome? Smiling the whole day, right? So far, he has not stormed out of my office crying or mad, right? She still find a way to understand the demands of the
Yes.
work and me,
Yeah.
and still be able to stay focused and come out with great design.
Yes.
And great outcome.
So I start the day, I get my kids ready. One goes to school and then one goes to the sitter. So once I've settled all that, I go to work, check my emails, and then that's when everything kind of comes in. You start calling whoever needs to be called. You communicate with everyone the whole day. I feel like half of my day is like communicating and getting things done through that way. And then you come to my office, and then you let me know what you need, and then I get that done too. By the end of the day, I make sure that everything that was asked for me that day was done. And if not, to make sure that I relay the message, I endorse it to someone who I think can get it done. Because like I said, I have two kids. I have to go, I have to pick up one. I have to take the other one to piano lessons, So I'm trying to get all that done in one day, but also to make sure that there's still that work-life balance, that the work and the family is still taken care of every day. So, yeah.
Make sure Dim's happy.
And then as long as he's happy, the kids are happy, work is good, then I'm happy.
I'm going to talk to you about fashion.
Yes.
We have part of what we do in our company. We are a healthcare company, but at the same time, we really always push fashion
Yes.
and looking your best.
Looking
Right.
good, looking presentable.
How do you prepare? Because you're a model for that also. How do you prepare that? How do you come up with the right outfit and putting things together and make sure when you come to work, you look so But even presentable. You look amazing.
So with me, because I'm so busy in the morning, I get everything done the night before. So like for us, for Monday and Wednesday, our uniform is black and white. So I get all
Easy.
that ready. Yes, I get that. I do my laundry every weekend. And then Sunday night, I get everything ready. And then every night, the night before work, I take it out of my closet. I already know which one I'm going to wear. So that's how I get it. And then looking good, I think it's just about looking presentable, because every day people come in and out from the office. Sometimes there'd be guests, there would be doctors, or the directors would be stopping by here. So I feel like it's very important as the corporate headquarters to always look good. You always have to look good. You always have to wear your uniform.
So I want to touch base about, and I want to emphasize what you just said.
Yeah.
That you prepare.
Yes.
You have this sense of preparation.
Yes.
That to look good and to be good and to come out amazing.
Yes.
There's a sense of preparation.
Yes.
It's not just gonna happen. Oh, well, I'm gonna, wake up and then you just grab anything.
No,
right?
that's not gonna work for me.
Right. And actually, I want to emphasize that because everybody that I talked to, and even the previous podcasts that we had,
Yes.
that's always the answer. I have to prepare.
You have to
It takes
prepare.
preparation to
Yes.
be able to have things well put together.
Yes.
Yeah.
In order for it to look good, you have to prepare for it.
It's not just, oh my goodness, and then
Mm.
grab. And I'm glad. I really like that we have uniform.
Yes.
It just makes it easy for everyone.
It makes it easy for everyone because you already know what you're going to wear. You have to wear this, so you have to prepare for that. As opposed to, it's like saying, what do you want to eat? And then you're always thinking, I don't know what I want to eat. So having that uniform, you can anticipate already that, okay, it's black and white tomorrow. So let me prepare black and white for tomorrow.
I like that. So I hope you guys got that, because for you to be able to be successful in what you do, you have to have preparation. So
Yes.
that's one takeaway.
Yes.
Another one, move forward with your design, marketing, because we're working with Edson team and marketing team, and you're taking care of a lot of people.
Yes.
So we're designing everything that they need, from gifts, right, to the mere ribbon, wrappers
Yes.
that we're gonna use, right, has to make sense and it
Packaging.
looks good,
Yeah.
right? And it's not that we're pleasing other people, but we want to make them feel special, right?
Yes.
Did you get any feedback from that, from what you do? I know we know what we want,
Yeah.
but did you get feedback from our team at least?
So every time we give out, let's say, Christmas gifts or Thanksgiving gifts, anything that we give out from the company, I will always get feedback from our employees that they would say, this is so nice. This is so, they appreciate it, especially when you started giving out the whole self products. They gave feedback about the product itself, very good feedback, and the packaging and just the way that we delivered to them. They appreciate it. So I know that it makes them happy. That's why we keep doing it. We want them to feel special, that they are with us and that they're taken care of no matter what.
I think that's the mindfulness of our team. Our team is busy running,
Yeah.
and we have directors that may not be able to attend to all of them.
Yes.
But we want to make sure that we have a team, and you're
Yes.
leading the team to make sure that they're taken care of.
Yeah.
Right?
Even the small gestures that we do during the summer, there was a heat wave. We put bottles of water out, ice water, juices, and small snacks, just like granola bars or chips or fruit out for our clinicians or nurses to pick up before they visit their patients. Small things like that. I would get feedback that they would call me, hey, I appreciate you guys having this out here for us. So when they're happy, we're happy. The
Correct.
company is successful and when the employees are happy.
And they were able to deliver and did our job well.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's really what we know. That's part of the key why we're growing. That's part of the key that we're able to withstand the challenges of business
Yes.
and life itself all these years, because we are so mindful
Yes.
of the people around us. When our previous podcast with Pearl and even Paco and Janisa, they were talking about emotions of the people.
Yes.
So we're trying hard to make sure that we don't leave anyone and neglect anyone behind. And
Yes.
thank you for leading that. You're another eyes and ears for our
Yes.
team to make sure that these people are heard and these people are feeling valued.
Yes.
And they have a special place,
Yes.
whatever they do in our organization.
Yes. So it's kind of like being the bridge between our employees and
Management.
yes, and the company itself to make sure that everyone is kind of on the same page. Because sometimes, even for me, sometimes it'd be hard for me to approach you as a boss and as an aunt. Like I need to separate that. So I'm sure for them it's even harder. So I make sure that if they're scared to go to their boss, they can go to me and I can kind of fill that gap between them, and then everyone just is heard.
So they get, they won't be lost
Yes.
in the equation somewhere. Thank you about you mentioned about being an aunt and a boss, and thank you.
Yes.
That's why I picked you. You know what to do, and you can balance. And you know me.
Yeah.
My brain is all over the place, and there are times like, Camille, we're gonna do this now, right? And I'm not gonna put you in that position if I know that you're not
Yeah,
gonna do it.
Something about it is I've noticed that you don't put people where you think they would be a failure. You put them there because you believe that they can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you understand that this is what they need to do. And
Yes.
you guys are really doing really good. And I just want to. That's part of why I want you here, because I want people to know that there's people behind the scenes that make
Yeah.
this happen. Maybe they meet the directors or they meet me and Alan, but
Yeah.
there's really great people around us
Yes,
that
there's.
does to work day in, day out and
Yeah.
make sure that it gets done,
Yes.
right? But it's just not done. It gets done wonderfully.
Yeah,
Right?
like given your best.
Give your best.
Yeah.
That's always what we talk about. So, so you're one of the young bloods. We call them
Yeah.
the young bloods in our family, right? In our firehouse family.
Yeah.
But yet, and we're dealing with people that who's been with us for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
But what I like about what I want to stress is because there's so many young bloods right now that are so entitled.
Yeah.
But talk about the respect, because
Yes.
I really like that I know that we're not perfect. Not
Yeah.
perfect at all. We're human beings.
Yeah.
We're dealing with several emotions here, including our emotions.
Yes.
But you guys, your young blood team, are really respectful.
Yeah.
And I know we make so many mistakes too, and there are so many things that we do that are really obsolete
Yeah.
in your world by now.
Yeah.
But I like that you still find a way to get your voice heard, but yet respectful.
Yes.
Can you expound, is that something that's being taught to you? Is that something that were being engraved to you at a young age? What made you guys that way compared to the rest of the other people out there?
I think well, for me, speaking for myself, I think it's the culture, our family culture. I just know that in our family, like, even if the adult is wrong, you just can't, they're not going to accept it. If you talk back, if you even try to talk back, they're not going to take it. So it's just not allowed in our family. It's not allowed. No matter what, you're younger, you don't. You just, I know with the young bloods now, in their culture, it's kind of like they have to speak up, right? They have to get their point across. They have to.
They have the right.
They have their own rights, no matter who it is. It's their boss, it's their mom, it's their parents. For them, they have the freedom to say that because for them they're right. But with me personally, in my culture, I wasn't brought up that way. I didn't see my sister do that. I didn't see my brother do that. So then now I know it's wrong. Don't do it. That's just how I grew up.
And you're teaching your girls the same
And
thing.
it's the same thing. Sometimes I would snap at Amelie. She would try to talk back and I would just say, no, you cannot talk back. I'm still your mom. And then my husband would be like, okay, maybe you should tone it down. Your voice is getting a little higher. But then I'd say, even if I know I'm wrong, she's still not allowed to talk back.
But I'm gonna tell you, even though that's a good point, right? And you guys are so respectful, and even though you don't talk back, and you just let us,
Yeah.
do our thing. and you still find ways to get your voice across, right?
Yes.
When the dust settles.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you, even me observing from
Yeah.
afar, the people that's been here for a long time are people that are way older than you guys.
Yes.
Actually are respectful of you. So they respect that, and the moment they also realize that they're wrong,
Yeah.
they actually give you a chance, and then that's when you can now speak up.
Yeah.
Because they also, now that what I'm seeing, knowing that even though you don't speak up at that moment, right, they're actually also being respectful of that, and then allowed you to have your voice.
Yes.
And they also treat you not somebody younger,
Mm-hmm.
but a co-equal, a
Yes.
colleague,
Yes.
right? I don't know if you see that.
Well, not to me, but I've seen it. I've seen some of the directors. They would once everything's cooled down, they will approach this person and they would apologize and talk it out like two adults. It doesn't matter who's
Older, younger.
older or younger. As two adults, they talk about it and then it gets resolved. That's one thing I like about the company too. Like even the directors or the admins, they're very respectful. It doesn't matter what's your position. They are very respectful.
So that's another takeaway, guys. The
Yes.
respect.
Yes.
Because the respect goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that, even though at that moment you won't be able to speak up or voice your opinion at that moment, because there might be something that that they're also thinking something else, right?
Yes.
Or I don't know whatever
triggered.
the situation is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the key there is respect for each other.
Yes.
And at the end, when everything, we allow our team to keep talking anyway.
Yeah.
We're not going to shut that idea,
Yeah. Mhm.
right? Just because somebody already said something idea.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we always look for the best idea.
Yes.
And sometimes the best idea come from you guys' team.
And which is great because you guys, even you and Tito Alan, you're very open to suggestions. You don't no, I don't want that. I want what I want. So I like that about us, about working here too. You guys are very open. If we suggest something that you guys think makes sense, you listen to us. And, that's very nice to be working in a company like that.
Yeah. And I think even though we have several generations right now, they call them Gen Z, the millennial,
Yes.
right? But I think what will bridge everyone together is what you said, respect.
Yeah.
Respect for each other's opinion and respect for each other's ideals.
Yeah.
Whatever. Because even with the boys, we're learning from each other. Me and Alan are also adapting their ways.
Yeah.
And they're still adapting part of the ways that's still what will make them gentlemen,
Yeah.
fine young men, even though they're the Gen Zs of the of
Yes,
today.
it's very different. Yeah, but especially Alec, every time I see him, he reminds me of how Tito Alan was before. Like I said, I grew up with you guys. I saw how Tito Alan is with you. And I see Alec now, and he's just very respectful with ladies, with women. He opens the door. He'll ask you, "Are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Are you hungry? Do you want me to get anything for you?" It was exactly how Tito Alan was. And that's learned, that's by example.
Yeah, and that's really, earlier we were talking about what makes a good leader a good leader.
Mm-hmm.
And the values of a leader as a leader, it's not enough that you're highly educated.
Yes,
Of course,
I agree.
that's one. But the values of that person will make them who they are as they keep leading.
Yes.
And a lot of these values came from our family,
Yeah.
right?
I
from our
agree, yeah.
parents that taught us how to be a good person.
Yes.
And then we just carry on that. And having a strong family behind the scene
Yeah.
to make us who we are in our workplace,
Yes.
just naturally just make us a good leader.
Yeah.
Just implement what we're being taught,
Yeah.
right? And the knowledge will just come handy. It will just make sense
Yeah.
because you're being good and you're teaching the same thing.
Yeah.
Imagine if you don't have that, right? How can you tell people to be good and if you don't have that strong
Even, yeah.
mentor or family that guides you
Yeah.
along the way, right? And imagine most of these values were taught to us when we were small, right?
Yeah.
And it still comes handy today.
Yeah.
So And that's really what I want. I want people to know that being a Gen Z millennial, maybe whatever we can call that,
Yeah.
or now we have people that you're working with, maybe they're in a senior year.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we can really find common ground.
Yeah.
And there will be times that maybe we won't agree on things because,
Yes.
of course, of our exposures and
And different
experiences
opinions.
and opinion.
Yeah, a lot of opinions.
We'll make respect play a big role
Yeah.
for it for now,
Yeah.
and then we will always find our way,
Yeah.
and things will fall into place.
Yes.
Right? And even though you're a millennial or a Gen Z, you can still grow, and you can actually
Yeah.
grow as fast as you can into a leadership role,
Yeah.
even though you have senior working under you,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
As long as you don't forget that word respect.
Yes. I
Respect
agree.
who they are.
Yes, I agree. It doesn't matter what your age is. It's like how far you go is not with your age. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's just the respect of getting there, you know? So I think that's very important.
Yes. Let's touch base real quick about design and marketing.
Yes.
And the people that the recipients of this design that you have, because we this is very important and we make it a big deal. It's some companies don't have this department.
Yeah.
Some
I don't.
companies don't even consider this as an important thing. They just work.
Yeah.
What value do you think that we've added to have this department look after our team?
Well, if your employees are happy, if they thrive, then the company thrives, right? So I think part of making them happy and maintaining that contentment of going to work every day, that they're happy and they want to grow, they want to learn more. I think if we didn't have this department, it would be hard to keep track of that. Because like I said, how many companies do you have now? So for each company, who's going to look after them? Right? They would just be coming into work and then, who's going to take care of them? Who's going to make sure that they're okay? Who's going to put all those bottled waters out for them in 110 degrees weather, So I think it's very important. And like you said, other companies, they don't do that. They don't have a department or a person who does that.
You don't see it. You don't see that it's important for.
They don't think it's
people.
important for the people. So it's very important for us, that they're all always taken care of.
And I would like that, when we do things day in, day out, we also look at ourselves. Okay, if I am an employee, what
Yeah.
do I want?
Yes.
Right? What do you think do I need? And
Yeah.
then we just fill the gap from there.
Yeah.
And I'm really super grateful for you guys. You are very resourceful.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have an idea. Sometimes you don't even have an idea
Mhm.
and just come up with idea.
Yeah.
And you're just powerful that way.
And then we just do our best to get it done.
And get it done.
know.
And get it done fast.
Yeah.
Right? And part of that is you guys being also... So being resourceful it's not easy because it takes research. It takes fact-finding. It takes, of
Good
course,
communication.
navigating also out there in the community. Right?
Mhm.
So how do you plan that ahead of time? Do you anticipate that ahead of time? Because you cannot just plan something right at that moment. You have to have that way ahead
Yeah.
for you to be able to come up with a good design, good gifts when that arises.
So something I've personally learned from you is to make a list, a checklist, right? You always remind us, okay, let's make a list for the whole year, everything we need, all the potential venues that we can use, all the restaurants that we can use, all the gifts that we can provide for our gifts, all the holidays. So having that list will help us prepare for the whole year. And then if for some reason mid-year we need to add something else, then we can just throw that in there, but at least we already have that list that we have for the whole year, So I think that's what helps us prepare before I didn't know that. Before I would just go as, oh, okay, it's Christmas, let's get Christmas gifts, But then you kept reminding us, okay, let's have one for the whole year so we don't have to stop, go. And that was very helpful for us.
If you have a few employees, it's fine. It's easy.
Yeah.
But having a large organization,
Yeah.
that's very stressful.
It's
right?
yeah. So that's what helps us stay prepared. Just having all that.
So that's another one, guys. For you to have a good outcome, it takes preparation.
Preparation,
Right?
yes.
It takes a list. It takes a time to look into what you need
Yes.
and anticipate.
Anticipate,
Right?
yes.
Anticipate what we need and put that together.
Yes.
And then have it done even before the need arises.
Yes.
That way, when we need it, it's already there.
Yes.
It's ready to go. We don't have to scramble because things can be expensive too.
Yes.
You know, our time is very valuable also. And then sometimes we want something and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Behind the scene, Camille, because you balance all of us. There's so many. We have so many staff.
Yeah.
And we have thousands of accounts.
And it keeps growing and growing
And all
every
the
day.
directors are demanding. They're not. We have directors, of course. They're demanding in a way because they have a demanding job,
Yes.
right? And they're trying to just throw in, and they want it now. I think everything is now,
Yeah.
now, right? How do you find that? You know, because you're always smiling.
Yeah.
You know, and then, of course there are times when you have a rough day. Who does not have a rough day?
Yeah.
But most of the time, you still smile and you still have your head together.
Yeah.
You're still focused and able to. Hey guys, here.
Yeah.
Well, how do you prepare yourself? Is there some tricks that we need to know?
I don't think there's much. I think it's just in my personality. I think just communicating well with people is, you kind of just like, if you think this person's in a bad mood, and then you don't
Just
let
them be.
you don't let it ruin the rest of your day. So you just kind of let them be and communicate. I don't know. I can read people. I guess I like you. Like, okay, I know this person doesn't want to talk to me right now, but I'm going to approach them in a good way so they will communicate well with me. So if I need something from this person right now, I just need to smile and, ask nicely.
Oh, that's good. You let it doesn't, whatever they are, it doesn't bother you.
No, it
You don't
doesn't.
let them affect you.
You don't let it ruin your day if that's the case, And I think there's no tricks. It's just, I guess, who I am.
No, but that's actually, it comes with mental toughness.
Yeah.
And emotional strength.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot be who you are like that if you're not emotionally strong
Mm-hmm.
and mentally strong.
Yeah.
Because if you're just someone who can you're not ready, you're still a baby, you're
Yeah.
immature at that moment. And we go through that
Yeah.
because it goes with experience, it goes with time. We can be emotionally head on with the people that we're dealing with every single day.
Yeah.
And that's when conflict comes in,
Yes.
right? But for you to stay away from conflict and for you to understand these people, you have to be also emotionally strong and be able to also guard your own heart,
Yes.
not to be affected.
Yes.
Right? So, and of course it's not easy.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that you have to deal with in a day, and it's a lot of moods because, like I said, the pressure is so high, especially with directors. I know how busy everyone else is, but sometimes there's information I need that only I can get from that certain person.
So you have to find the right moment.
I have to find the moment of how to ask this person because I know this person's doing something right now and is in a lot of pressure right now, but I need this information at the same time. So you just have to kind of slip in there and know when to come in.
One last note, Article 2. And then from all the pressures that you go through every day,
Yeah.
how do you distress?
So from here, I don't take it home. I don't take it home with me. Once I'm out the door, I'm now focused on my kids again. So what I started in the morning with my kids, I go to work and then I end my day with my kids and my family. We have a nice meal. I'll cook dinner. I cook every day. So I'll cook dinner. We'll have a family meal. And that's already my distress.
Finding that balance.
Finding that balance. Yeah.
The mommy balance.
Yeah.
And
then when they're asleep, I'll get my laptop and start working again.
that's me.
Yeah.
When they're fine.
When I make sure
fine,
everyone's
it's my
taken care of
time.
at home, okay, now they're asleep. I put on my show. I watch my series. That's how I distress. I watch my series. I watch Netflix. And then I'm working on my laptop. So.
And then ready for the next day.
And then ready for the next day, yes.
Okay, as we close, is there something we need to know about Camille that probably you don't show behind the scenes? Something that will, who's Camille? And probably give us some two things that we need to know about Camille?
I think you already know. I'm really, really, like, I've always dreamt of being a mom. I know growing up, you probably
No.
didn't picture me that way. A
No.
lot of my aunts and my uncles said the same thing. Like, well, I didn't think she'd be a good mom. You know, it's like
You're
I
the-
don't know if
you're
I
the
would get
youngest and
offended. You know,
You're the spoiled brat.
and I
youngest
was
among the
going
three.
out clubbing even on weekdays, not even weekends. Weekdays too, we'd go out clubbing. You know, I was in college in the Philippines, so never did they even think like, oh, she's probably never gonna get married. You know, no one ever said, oh, she'll be a good mom. No, I never heard that.
And probably you intimidated a lot of guys too.
Yeah, yeah, that too. So I think it's no secret. That's who I am. I'm a mom. Number one, I'm a mom.
And that's probably what makes you understand people
Yes,
because of that mommy instinct. You
the
know?
instinct.
You
Yeah,
look at them that they are also people with emotion,
yeah,
people that you need to take care of.
yeah.
And I believe that's one of the secrets
Secrets. Yeah,
for your success, right?
Yeah.
For the instinct that you have,
Yeah.
and the love for others in your
Yeah.
heart.
yeah. I really I feel accomplished when I see our employees happy. At the end of the day, that's what matters. You know, because that gives them a reason to go to work and do a good job.
Loving our team.
Yes, that's very important to me.
There you go, guys. I hope you had some takeaways today, powerful takeaways. But at the end of the day, you know, when leader rises, it's not a matter of because they have PhD or master's degree. Number one, you need to have the right value
Yes.
with the right support, right? With the right intention. And then preparation for your career, preparation for what you do. You know, it takes research and mindfulness to give your best. It's not a matter of, oh, I'm going to show my best. You have to prepare for that. Right?
Yes.
And then the respect is the big deal.
Yeah.
Respect for each other. We're going to be dealing with different behaviors, different age gaps. But at the end of the day, you can be who you are. You can keep moving forward. And if your peers, your colleague, your boss will see how respectful you are,
Yeah.
they'll actually pull you out and pick you as a leader naturally. And that's actually what made me pick. Some people will ask, okay, how did you pick Camille?
Yeah.
And that's really part of that. I'm not just going to pick anybody. I need someone that I can lean on and trust.
Yeah.
So even though you were young and fresh from college that time, I know that you're able to do that because of the strength that you have and the values that you already have. And of course, there's always some things that we need to work on. Both of us, all of us.
Still learning.
right?
Every day is a learning.
Learning curve, same
Yeah.
thing. And that, again, that's another one, you know, the ability to accept that
Yes.
and knowing that there's still more things that I need to learn.
Yeah.
But I keep telling the strongest right there, even though you're a Gen Z, millennial, or whoever you
Yeah.
are, be respectful.
Be respectful. Yes.
And that company will always find value in that. And that company will be a strong asset just being that to start with.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. We did it. We did it. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. See you again next time.
Bye.